Aloha dear Aries, this is your December prediction for 2025. Let's see what the cards have in store for you for the last month of the year. Celebration. You're gonna party. Nice. Nothing better than a nice Christmas party. Or New Year's Eve. It's also in December. Your number for this month is 34. Sabbath, celebration. Hear the earth singing as you step into the dawn of a new Sabbath day. Since the dawn of time, we witches of old have observed the solstices and equinox. We have followed the ancient calendar gifted to us by the Shining Ones, who showed us the evolution and movements of the sun, moon, stars, and planets in our solar system. Each movement affects all who live here on this planet. We are one with all of nature as we live in harmony with the dynamism of the earth and universe combined. It is time to feel the deep resonance that connects you with the seasons and Sabbaths, and to acknowledge their effects on a day-to-day basis. A heightened sense of awareness for the rhythms and rituals that take place between each Sabbath is always intense. Be still to embrace each moment as you notice the change in all of nature. Look at the trees, embrace the landscape, and observe the sun in each moment of strength and weakness throughout the year. Feel the winds of change and the breezes caressing your face, and notice how the birds and animals react to nature in motion. The same is true for you when you stand in a sacred circle to mark the Sabbath. You are one with the ancient ancestors, the spirits of land, powers, and place who have also stood where you now stand. Sabbaths provide natural pauses in the wheel of the year, a time to breathe and reflect in deep gratitude and celebration. We witches of old harness the elemental forces of nature and work with them in honor of the aspects of the triple goddess in relation to the seasons and festivals we celebrate through the wheel of the year. It's time to take a deep breath and immerse yourself in the physical and spiritual effects of the current time of the year offers to become one with the cycles of nature in balance and harmony. Celebration time is upon you now as you count your blessings, honor all that you have sowed, and give thanks to the nature spirits as well as the goddess in her trinity of Maiden Mother and Crone, who continues to lead us around the Sabbath circle that we call life on earth. The light side of this card is to observe special dates indicating joyful reunions and celebrations. You have the opportunity to reinvent yourself. You are in a strong place to emerge as the person you would like the world to recognize you as being. Step forward into your new life as a fresh start beckons to you. But the shadow side of this card is that you should give yourself permission to accept graciously and reap the benefits that are on offer to you now. They are yours for the taking. Let go of all concerns holding you back and re-emerge through dance, song, or whatever fuels your passion to reignite your love of nature and the natural world. And the incantation to your Sabbath and celebration is a celebration from maiden to crone. Don't be afraid to walk alone. Follow the year through open eyes. Joy awaits, it is time for a surprise. Sabbath magic is worked with harm to none. So mote it be, it is done. Be blessed are your wishes and have some fun parties. Woohoo! Be blessed are your wishes. Aloha. Aloha dear Taurus, this is your December prediction for 2025. Let's see what the cards have in store for you for the last month of the year. Herb Garden, Medicinal. Number 6 will be your number this month. You will go through a healing. Within my garden are the seeds that grow in places others thought you would never tread. There is not a gardener in the world who understands and worships nature quite like a witch does. For the path of the green witch is tied to ancient tradition and ritual, the roots of which were forged centuries ago with the ancestors of old. Over the centuries, witches learned how to use hallucinogenic plants to travel within, to connect with spirits and take a journey of the mind to discover herbal knowledge for their healing work and other magical purposes. Now is the time to get your hands dirty, to dig deep within and unearth your natural affinity with the floral world. As you sow, plant and tend your own plot, think outside the window box for a moment and listen for the subtle messages of wisdom that emit from the plant world, as each variety has its own restorative properties and unique healing abilities that you can draw and learn from. You never need to stray far from the garden gate, for an herb garden of your very own will supply you with the pick of the crop when it comes to choosing cures for ailments and ingredients for magical recipes. Allow the deep medicinal properties of herbs to restore you your healing connection with Mother Earth, and as magic begins to grow you in your own backyard, a new alliance will be forged between yourself and the medicinal magic of the natural world. The light side of this card is a deep connection with nature calls you to reclaim the path of a green witch and your role as an herbalist. Study or work with herbs for healing and spell work as you further attune to the power of nature in balance and harmony. And the shadow side of this card is nature calls you to explore your earthly roots and heal. Spend time outdoors and free yourself from all elements of mind and body as you open up to the powerful medicinal properties of nature. The incantation for this card is secret gardens of medicinal powers, magic hidden in plants, herbs, and flowers, magical cures to bring about ease, from soothing the skin to healing disease. Herb garden magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be, there it is done. Here are some herbs you can use. Rosemary is for psychic protection and peace of mind and to prevent nightmares. Sage is for cleansing and purification. Thyme for courage, strength, and a positive attitude. Basil is for happiness, love, peace, and money. Mint is for banishment if you want to get rid of something or someone. Mugwort, which vibrates at the same frequency as the moon. Adding mugwort to a pot of tea is completely safe and will infuse your entire body with moon magic. It's especially good if you have problems with your period. Be blessed with your wishes. Aloha. Aloha there, Gemini. This is your December prediction for 2025. Let's see what the cards have in store for you for the last month of the year. Maiden Innocence. You will be found innocent. Woohoo! Number 18 is your number for this month. Rise anew with the dawning sun, enchanted once more by innocence found within. Wicked sexual and seductive powers wrapped up in innocence are all part of the charm to entice when it comes to enchantress magic and the untamed sex of the goddess. However, somewhere along the way, amid any shame or discrimination that was attached to you, lost your magic touch. The passionate part of you that's fired up and the joy of the goddess was exchanged for guilt and exhaustion from overserving, overgiving, and procrastination. The wonderful mystical feeling has waned as you face the responsibility and challenges of life, and your light has dimmed along with the veil of cynicism that now cloaks your attitude. The triple goddess in her shining maiden form invites you back into a much deeper level to unleash the innocent part of you within, the part that nourishes you, fills you, and reminds you not to take things so seriously. Your inner child is that beautiful, innocent, creative, imaginative part of you that just wants to have fun, to lighten up and splash about in puddles. For now, the waxing moon shines upon you as the maiden beckons you to play under its soft lunar glow. Just like the driven snow, she is pure and offers a clean slate, especially if you've been caught out through naivete, gullibility, and a lack of experience. It is time to get back to simplicity, to release rigidity and ideas of perfection. Instead, as you forge through identity, honor, and your maiden qualities, as you discover the pleasure of new exploration, adventure, and excitement. The maiden is the young girl at the start of her fertility cycle, awakening pure and virtuous to the delicious promise of womanhood with all the fresh offerings of spring. All of nature awakens with every bright step she makes across the risen, fertile land, as she playfully calls you to tap into the mystic and magic that shines all around. It is time to see once more through the eyes of a child with wonder and awe, no matter your age. As your spiritual sight opens at the mere hint of her virginal presence, you will discover a hidden world that is unspoiled but long forgotten, for she is found in every pure thought and in each playful moment. When your divine innocence returns, so too does your connection with the maiden within as you step into ecstatic communion with the goddess. The light side of this card is that there is a glimmer of hope sparkling in the distance that indicates new ideas, beginnings, and golden opportunity. Purify your thoughts, actions, and diet, for this is a time of new growth for you. As you seed fresh ideas, it is time to arise. And the shadow side of this card is your perception of perfection is flawed. Holding on to youth is to your detriment. Let go and have fun. Innocence is ruled in a court case and is taking under a waxing moon. Move forward without guilt. The incantation for this card is the goddess stands in maiden form, shining through this very dawn. Virtue found within so deep, arise and stir from deepest sleep. Maiden magic is worked with hand to man, so mote it be that it is done. The maiden is the young aspect of the triple goddess. She is the joy of new life, the innocence and purity of lambs, the lack of worry and carefree stance of youth. Be blessed with your wishes. Aloha. Aloha, dear Cancer. This is your December prediction for 2025. Let's see what the cards have in store for you for the last month of the year. Coven, dedication. You won't be alone. People will be devoted to you. Hopelessly devoted. And your number is 35. Hear the call from the hidden voices beckoning you to join in a ritual with your bloodline witches. Your dedication and perseverance in seeking out an authentic coven steed have now come to fruition at long last. As a committed seeker of occult magic, you have wished far and wide for a coven you can work with, in which the members support each other and are committed to sharing genuine wisdom of the craft. A calling to commit will ripple through your very essence whenever you place your bare feet upon the earth. Listen for the ethereal voices of the ancestral witches whispering to you through the mists of impenetrable wisdom, for we witches of old have always watched over you and support you now in your quest to connect with like-hearted sisters and brothers. Feel the rise of your cone of power as the call of coven embraces your dedication to fully follow the path of the magic of the old ways. the honor and reverence of sacred mysteries and a yearning for a deep and personal experience within the craft will shape and mold you until you can readily declare yourself a dedicated practitioner, having worked on your inner temple. An ancient gateway has opened up to you that reveals the community you've been seeking. Prepare to be received as you stand firmly to the foundation stone of witchcraft and embrace the coven's magical domain. As the force of your desire to belong and to play an integral role in the practice of a group witchcraft propel you towards a gathering of magical folk, you will feel the pull of a particular coven calling you home. Within the safety of your newfound group, you are safe to unleash your authentic self, to share your occult interests and to learn. Always do so with respect, loyalty, and personal responsibility for yourself and others as a committed and dedicated wise witch of the craft. The light side of this card is that there is a great power in numbers, and your confidence and witchability will soar when you join forces with magical others. Make a commitment and follow your path for real. The time is now. And the shadow side of this card is you don't have to go it alone or rely on the power of others. Those whom you seek are out there, so don't give up. Joining a coven will help you find your way. The incantation for this card is a witch's path to walk and own. When coven calls, you're not alone. Share in ritual magic spell. Dedication serves you well. Coven magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be, there it is done. A coven is a close-knit community of witches who are usually initiated and are led by a high priestess and a high priest. Covens support and encourage each other as members, enabling them to embrace and honor their magical abilities, knowledge, and confidence. Be blessed with your wishes. Aloha! Aloha dear Leo, this is your December prediction for 2025. Let's see what the cards have in store for you for the last month of the year. Mood, gathering. You will be in groups, never alone. Nice. And your number for this month is lucky 33. Gather together with your witchy family to make magic and mayhem. Be careful with that mayhem. A solitary witch can often be a lonely witch. When isolation finds you hiding away from a world that misunderstands your sensitive nature, going it alone may not be through choice and can leave you feeling unmotivated and unsure. And if you've been withdrawn of late, it is because of the longing for spiritual and mental stimulation that can only be found in the company of other witches. Online interaction is no substitution to meeting in person with others, to finding those who are like-hearted and share deep connection and the same beliefs as you. Touch grass together. If you found yourself pulling away from those who appear superficially shallow, who do not feel the magical pull of the moon, sun, stars, and planets as you do, and who don't appreciate the beauty of nature, then you are in urgent need of some witchy company. The good news is that you don't have to go it alone. The appearance of this card is your personal invitation to gather with others. Although you may prefer to magically work alone, the importance of attending a gathering is key for you at this time. Being a witch isn't all spells and rituals, it is also celebration. Get this party started by getting out there to one of the many moods and witchy festivals where you will find gatherings of your kind and all that will imbue you with a new sense of magical fun in your life and work. The light side of this card is the power you seek is found in mystical union with others. Go seek fun with like-minded others. It is time to share in the magic. Celebrations are to be had at a gathering. The shadow side of this card is Insecurity will force you to withdraw from others. Be careful not to allow dark thoughts to gather and consume your mind. An invitation from the past arrives. Your power escalates when working with others. Focus on your intent and not your ego for power's sake. The incantation for this card is: casting spells solo gets the job done, but time to meet others to have witchy fun. Gathering calls to meet at the mood, for laughter, sharing, and friendship to boot. Mood magic is worked with hand to none, so mote it be, there it is done. A mood is a gathering of magical folk that is often held in the form of a meeting or as a small festival of music, dancing, beers, wines, and mead. Have fun and be blessed by your wishes. Aloha! Aloha dear Virgo, this is your December prediction for 2025. Let's see what the cards have in store for you for the last month of the year. Spellcasting, manifestation. You will get what you want, so be careful what you wish for. Your number for this month will be number 7. Become one with your power, magic, and intent. As lightning crackles all around, the powers of extremity are presented in their highest form, propelling your spellcasting abilities of fully awaken. Oh, to have the power of creation streaming from the fingertips. Your desire to whip up a storm with just one click of your perfectly manicured fingers, to influence and take full control of any given situation and to instantly manifest your wishes into being with dynamic effects, is your testimony to the residing witch within. By magically working with the mystical forces and cycles of nature, along with a little hocus pocus, and have the power to create and manifest your wishes, it is only your fears, doubts, and worries that deny your natural witchy powers. Look to the moon as it reflects your intentions and reach for your dream as its soft, mystical lunar energy surges through you, fusing its magic with your pure intent. As you learn to command and trust in an invisible source called energy, the chance for new beginnings and welcome changes is offered through this magical act of transcendence. Step purposefully into your omnipresent abilities as a witch and honor the wise ones who walked before you by reclaiming your inner power of spellbinding magical manifestation. It's all yours for the taking. The light side of this card is: your manifestation skills are strong at this time, so keep your focus sharp with positive intentions as you visualize your dreams to take magical action to effortlessly bring about true results. Your shadow side for this card is: be careful with what you wish for, as problems, doubts, insecurities, and negativity can easily manifest into form. Be clear about what is it that you want, and remember that whatever you direct out will come back to you threefold. The incantation for this card is: with arms outstretched, reach for the moon, wishes in place to manifest soon. From purest intentions, the spell is now cast, with magical action results coming fast. Spellcasting magic is worked with hand to none, so mote it be, there it is done. And these are the 9 steps of spellcasting. First, purify and cleanse your space with sage or incense. Number 2, draw a circle with salt. Number 3, place your tools and candles for each direction within the circle. Number 4, cast the circle with your power finger or magic wand. Number 5, call in the 4 directions and the guardians and gatekeepers. Number 6, invoke the deities you work with. Number 7, set your intention. Number 8, cast the spell. Number 9, close the circle. Be blessed by your wishes. Aloha. Aloha there, Libra. This is your December prediction for 2025. Let's see what the cards have in store for you for the last month of the year. Forger, self-reliance. You have to go alone. It's better to be alone than in bad company. And your number for this month will be number 17. Become a hunter, gatherer, nurturer, bond with the natural world. Changing times require you to step away from recent traits of codependency and become independent so you can fend for yourself. Neediness stems from fear, and an unhealthy dependency may have caused you to sacrifice your own identity. Fighting to survive is hard, so instead of relying on another source to support you, start to become curious and investigate and seek out answers for yourself. You are called to become more self-reliant and self-supporting, for that is key to your survival. Just as for witches, it was a matter of life or death if they didn't plan their survival by storing grain for the winter months. Forget supermarket stockpiling and instead try to hedge grow as where all good food grows for free. Wear thick gloves, take a bag and take your pick from nourishing nettles to sweet chestnuts, red rose hips, and sumptuous blackberries. For many witches, forging compels a greater awareness of their surroundings as they seek natural ingredients for ingestion and medicinal purposes. They know that most wild edible foods are packed full of vitamins and minerals, more so in fact than cultivated varieties. As you seek out wild edibles and pick sumptuous berries, in balance and gratitude, be respectful of the plants you find in their habitat and observe how they thrive and survive. Forging will deepen your connection with the natural world and keep you in tune with the seasons, bringing about a much needed transitional relief that will help take your survival skills to the next level of endurance. Give yourself some time out to go into nature and allow the fruits of the earth to restore you. As you feast from nature's table, you will soon have the strength and self-reliance that is required for you to move forward. The light side of this card is a natural independent streak will give you the freedom you need to discover your true self. Seeking out nature's culinary delights for unique recipes, spells, and natural magic will make you thrive. It is time to expand your knowledge. The shadow side of this card is an unwillingness to take responsibility or relying solely on another will place limitations on you. Look after your personal affairs, master your finances, and make decisions so you can become self-reliant and grow. The incantation for this card is slows of green or wicked jelly. Grab apples, nuts to fill one's belly. Tasty treats, both wild and free. Be self-reliant is the key. Forge or magic is worked with harm to none. So mote it be, there it is done. And here are some examples you can use. Dandelion, eat raw or cook the leaves and root. Make tea with dried leaves. Dandelion is picked with vitamins A, K, C, and E, calcium, iron, and magnesium. Wild garlic, the flowers and bulbs are edible, used in soups and salads and for wild garlic sauces. Elderflower, packed with vitamin C, make a healing herbal tea and delicious elderflower cordial, a good remedy for hay fever and coughs. Blackberry, high in vitamin C and K and magnesium, delicious in crumbles and pies. Nettle, enriched with calcium, magnesium, and iron. Soak young leaves first to denature the sting, then eat them raw or cooked in soup to detox the blood and clear uric acid. Uric acid is something that plaques in your joints and basically stops your joints from moving properly. Be blessed to your wishes. Aloha. Aloha dear Scorpio, this is your December prediction for 2025. Let's see what the cards have in store for you for the last month of the year. Candle magic, intention. And your number for this month is lucky number 13. Woohoo! It's a magical number, good for you. Light a candle of intent within and set your soul on fire. It is time to light up your inner world and embrace the power of the flame. For candles highlight the path of the witch to illuminate the way that have played a sacred part in magic and ceremony, initiations, and hello rituals. We witches have a deep affinity with the projective and transformative energy of fire, to invoke lust, passion, attraction, and love, and recognize that a flame can be seen across the veil, which is why we light candles for those who have passed over. Lighting candles with the intention of healing or bringing wishes to fruition or other purposes enhances your magical manifestation abilities when it comes to casting spells and bringing about desired results. However, it is vital to remember to keep your thoughts and focus positive when you partake in any wizardry, for that is how true magic is birthed. Never doubt your abilities of focus, willpower, and visualization, and remember that all is magic and illusion. The sacred act of candle magic has been with you ever since you blew out your first birthday candle and made a wish. In doing so, you worked with the principles of candle wick magic that makes dreams come true. Scratch your intentions in the candle wax with a pin and anoint the candle with sacred oils for purity of power. Snuff the wick or allow the candle to safely burn down as you seal the spell. Belief in your tools and yourself when performing any candle magic ritual is key at this time. The light side of this card is invite candles into your life to reignite your inner flame of passion, fueling your ability to walk in your true light with full might, vitality, and vigor, and reclaim your magical power. Light candles around the bath and in your bedroom and in sacred ceremony. And the shadow side of this card is working with the element of fire helps to eliminate negative thoughts and behaviors by imagining etheric flames raging and consuming any darkness that lies within. Work with candles to purify and cleanse any doubts and worries that have darkened your outlook. And the incantation for this card is, the power of magic comes deep from within. Ignite the flame, let the ritual begin. Choose color for purpose intentions in place. Let light be the focus desire to embrace. Candle magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be, there it is done. And here are some colors you can work with in terms of candles. Black is good for elimination, banishment, retribution, protection. Blue is good for peace, harmony, curing fevers, reuniting friendships, house blessings. Brown candle is good for grounding, establishing, balancing, connection to Mother Earth. Gold candle is good for cosmic influences, solar deities, success, wealth, and influence. Green candle is good for fertility, good fortune, wealth, and healing. Indigo candle is good for meditation, balancing karma, stopping gossip, astral projection. Magenta candle is good for rapid change, spiritual healing, and exorcism. Orange candle is good for communication, telepathy, career, adaptability, and luck. Pink candle is good for romance, affection, love, and unity. Purple candle is good for honoring, respecting, and wisdom. Red candle is good for passion, courage, strength, intense emotions. Silver candle is good for moon magic, inner peace, serenity. White candle is good for purification, blessings, and cosmos. Yellow candle is good for intellect, inspiration, imagination, and knowledge. Be blessed with your wishes. Aloha. Aloha dear Sagittarius, this is your December prediction for 2025. Let's see what the cards have in store for you for the last month of the year. Witch's script, secrets. There will be a lot of communication in writing, so you'll probably be texting a lot with someone. And your number for this month is 30. Witch's script, secrets. Allow the magic inside you to initiate mystical writings from the depths of your soul. Ours is a world of secret knowledge that is hidden away and shrouded in deep mystery and silence. The secrets of an ongoing inner storm will take control over your ability to stay grounded and point towards a hidden away place of concealment and denial. When you find that you cannot speak about or share with another what has passed before, the skeletons hidden in the closet will rise to haunt you. Hiding from the past and keeping all dilemmas concealed within the darkened tomb of your mind is an invitation to journey into the pits of despair. Secrets may be mysterious, intriguing, and attractive to a seeker of truth, but not to those who are the keepers of secrets, for they carry a significant burden that cannot be shared. However, a keeper understands that when forbidden information is too dark to share, it could cause harm if revealed to others. When a weight of silence becomes too unbearable to carry, call upon the witches of old to help release the enigma of concealed memories. Arcane words, signs, and symbols have kept our magical secrets hidden in plain view, protecting us from persecution and making sure our secrets did not fall into the wrong hands. We encoded our sacred knowledge by using our very own witch's alphabet, which cannot be deciphered by the uninitiated, for closely guarded secrets must be defended at all costs. Basically, keep your mouth shut. Free yourself from the secrets of others, from those who would bid you to keep silent, and instead create your own secret language in written form. Once you have been released from the secrets of the past, from the burden of another person's secrets, or anything being held over you, you can step into authenticity and accept the position of guardian of the sacred mysteries of ritual secrecy. The light side of this card is keep your cards close to your chest, for another seeks your knowledge for themselves. Be integral as a keeper of secrets when deciding what should and should not be shared at this time. The shadow side of this card is embarrassing moments too awful to speak about have caused you to hide and keep your murky secrets to yourself. Somebody is keeping something from you. Whatever is hidden, kept secret, or lied about is shielding you from the truth. And the incantation for this card is hidden in darkness, denial to keep, whispering rumors, secrets to keep. Knowledge encoded, hold close to the heart. Take it to the grave. Don't share, to impart. Witch's script magic is worked with hand to none, so mote it be that it is done. Be blessed with all your wishes. Aloha. Aloha dear Capricorn, this is your December prediction for 2025. Let's see what the cards have in store for you for the last month of the year. Familiar spirit, assistance. Someone will help you, you will make a new friend, or you will get friend zoned. Number 10 is your number for this month. Through the darkness, I stare at you intensely, so you feel my energy wishing to assist you. Call me, I will come. Folklore tells of dark cloaked witches flying on broomsticks across starry night skies, accompanied by scary black cats, or of wicked, ugly hags casting powerful spells with a very old toad looking on. These diabolical guides are known as familiars, as they usually take the form of animals or sometimes magical creatures from the fairy realms. We witches choose beguiling spirit creatures to assist us in the practice of natural and ancient magic. As we work together, the familiar dispenses advice, accompanies astral travels, or chooses herbs, plants, or other ingredients as we fuse together the blending of mystical energies and make the pool of magic double trouble. We'll send crows to fly and spy for us, or purposefully shape-shift into a mouse as we can hide. There is a variety of creatures who are perfect accomplices when it comes to magical assistance. If you have wished for some support to share your love for all things witchy with another and to enhance your personal power, look no further than an animal companion. How did you come together? Often a familiar will just turn up unexpectedly, as you will be drawn to each other through various and often unusual means. The light side of this card is a bond with a pet is telepathic and way beyond time and space limitations. Acknowledge this and work magically together with your familiar as your witchy assistant and guide. The shadow side of this card is don't be too proud to ask for assistance to help, for help is just waiting to be called upon. A deceased pet will reincarnate as a new familiar and welcome companion. Oh, I hope that happens to me. And the incantation for this card is from flying crows to wild black cats, goblins, spiders, snakes, and rats. Alliance formed, trust is key, assistance to work magically. Familiar spirit magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be, there it is done. And here are some examples. Black cat is a fierce independence and associated with mystery, magic, and the moon. A crow has higher perspective, trickster, alchemy, sent to spy on others and return with secrets. Hare, associated with moon magic. Hound, dogs. Loyal protectors and associated with the afterlife. Fairy, worked with for the illusion of glamour magic. Goblin, non-verbal magic, focusing powers on pranks and to do harm. Raven, visions and prophecy, their feathers ward off malevolence. Snake, fertility charms, healing and rebirthing. Spider, thread of life, and worked with for money, luck, and traveling spells. Toad, or a frog, transformation, fate, and fortune. Toad skin is used for warding, banishment, and get rid of warts. Viva your wishes. Aloha. Aloha dear Aquarius, this is your December prediction for 2025. Let's see what the cards have in store for you for the last month of the year. High Priestess, Conduit. And your number for this month will be 8. Awaken the unknown and deep inner wisdom of the divine feminine. Liberating yourself from patriarchal control releases past commitments to hierarchical systems, outdated modes, and all that holds you back from reclaiming your true divinity. Basically, you will be a feminist this month. The role of the High Priestess is an expression of your true power and the desire to serve, and you are being called to step up and take the path of the divine feminine. In a moment of stillness, be open and receptive to the goddess who resides within, becoming aware of any fear or resistance to walking and owning your own priestess path, and dissolving any obstacles or purposeful sabotage as you take steps toward becoming a radiant, kick-ass priestess. Trust in and seek the potency of your own power source from within through the magnetic energies and embodiment of the goddess, for this is where she truly resides. She has never left you, and she inhabits the space where magic grows. And she is calling you to engage in deep and sacred spiritual work that heals and empowers not only yourself but the world around you. Share in her deep mysteries of intuition, expression, gentleness, receptivity, and wisdom to reclaim your feminine powers, whether you are a witch or a warlock, and create a deeply fulfilling, nourished, and rich ecstatic presence. Be still and listen to the echo of the High Priestess's loving voice within your soul, for it is she who validates your role as a visionary and an oracle, who is deeply present and breathes wisdom into the world from the spiritual realms. The light side of this card is your devotion to the craft calls you to surrender to the true path of the High Priestess as you invite sacredness, responsibility, and the power of the goddess into the sanctuary of your heart. The shadow side of this card is it is not enough to seek power for power's sake. Whether you are a member of a coven or choose to work alone, see yourself as a High Priestess and treat all that you do with respect to her. It is safe for you to do so. The incantation for this card is Priestess Potential Magical Force, Conduit of Power Harnessed from Source. All to awaken the goddess within, to embrace the deep gifts of Divine Feminine. High Priestess magic is worked with hand to none, so mote it be, there it is done. Activate your High Priestess power simply by opening your heart and walking your Priestess path or through the rites of initiation by High Priestess, which are the first degree. An initiate is required to wait a year and a day while taking lessons, studies, and demonstrations of witchy skills. Second degree. This degree assists the High Priestess priest in rituals, classes, and mentoring. And a third degree, full initiation of the goddess, means acquiring a leadership role and High Priestess title. Biggest of your wishes. Aloha. Aloha dear Pisces, this is your December prediction for 2025. Let's see what the cards have in store for you for the last month of the year. Ritual magic, initiation. You will begin something new, and your number for this month will be 36. Grabs the magical power of initiation as you step spellbound into a world rooted in occult magic. We witches of the Oracle have observed and acknowledged your extraordinary quest for initiation into the esoteric art of ritual and high magic. These profound rites of passage you have undertaken at great cost and hardships in your life have molded and evolved you into an initiate of the craft of ritual magic. What you have achieved is no mean feat, and you are to be commended for your perseverance, fortitude, and courage. The key of secrets is now within your grasp. As you step onto the threshold of your ritual initiation into occult mysticism, you have discovered that deep within you lie magical abilities, your inner magic that will propel you onto the next level of initiation within the craft. It is not by chance that witchcraft has chosen you to be initiated into one of the world's oldest practices. You have sensed the forbidden power that lies hidden deep within the craft of ritual magic, comprehending its meaning and power and aspects of older belief systems of ceremonial magic. To achieve your initiation into the craft at its highest level, you must study the doctrines, implications, and magical procedures of the ancient mysteries of ritual magic, becoming fully aware that initiation is the key to unlocking your higher powers. Ritual magic is working with unseen forces and energies that command immense powers of high magic, the focus of which is to bring about change that immediate and realistic results for your highest good of you so choose. Doing so will promote an elevated state of consciousness and an enhanced level of understanding and perception in performing ritual magic. You are beginning a new phase in your life that requires you to keep secret but remain silent by acknowledging the deeper meaning of magical practices you are now working with that are aimed at achieving specific and instantaneous tangible outcomes. The light side of this card is acceptance is important to you as you are welcomed in. Practice deep meditation and esoteric arts to achieve the connection you desire. Initiation is the key to honing your personal power, and you are ready for this initiation as you honor the old gods, the secrets of magic, and the ancient mysteries of witchcraft. The shadow side of this card is dabbling in dark arts is not recommended. Beware of cultish behavior before undertaking any initiation rites. Use your intuition and integrity to recognize those who desire your power for magical gain and misuse. A dark secret will be revealed and shared. Also, beware of cults. Don't join a cult. The incantation for this card is initiation, magical power. Your sovereignty reigns upon this hour. With arms upheld to the God of old, invoking the fates as was foretold. Ritual magic is worked with hand to none, so mote it be that it is done. An initiation is a rite of passage in ceremony or ritual to make a transition from one phase to life to another, often assisted by a coven of elders. Different initiations within the craft include firewalking, cleansing, purification, and empowering, a vision quest, alone time in nature for connection, naming, to receive your magical name, full moon, a ritual to draw down the moon within yourself, performed while sky-clad, hand fasting, sacred marriage to another or yourself. You could get married this month. Crown rites after menopause, honored as an elder. You could enter menopause this month. And psychopomp, a death ritual in which we honor the passage into the afterlife. Be best of your wishes. Aloha.